Good evening, what's happening, boys and girls? Thanks for tuning back into the channel right here with the Rustbelt Mechanic. So tonight we are getting away from the shop garage and all the big shop stuff and everything and focusing more on the home garage and the lighting inside of it. I know there's been a whole lot of hype these days about these crazy new LED upgrades for your home garage, DIY, 600-700 times the amount of light. It's gonna be amazing. Well, tonight we're going to test them out. We've got some really crappy lights right now in the garage. We're going to show you guys what I'm working with, and I've got two different upgrades to be able to show you guys what kind of upgraded LED lighting you're going to be looking for your garage at home. Now first off, I wanted to start out this video by letting you guys know that I paid for these lights, and this is not a paid sponsorship platform for these lights. I really got these, and we're gonna see how they work and how well they work here in the garage. First off, we've got a horrendous amount of no light in the garage right now. You can see behind me that there's barely any kind of light going on right now, and it's horrible and just yellow. Let's go look and see what we're working with. So in the shop right now, obviously you can see we've got the garage doors open, so that takes away from some of the light that's coming forward. We've got 3 lights in the main 3-bay garage here at the home garage, and it's just horrendously dimly lit in here. I can't do videos very much. It's just, you can't even see what kind of wheels I have on my truck. Yeah, my truck's inside the garage. It looks awesome. It looks amazing. But you can't even see what's going on with it. Somebody could be hiding right there in that wheel well. You wouldn't know. So we need to fix this, guys. We need to get some light here in the garage so I can do some work. I've got, all the tools here. Need to be able to pick out what I need and what I want. We need some light. Definitely some light. So what we've got working with up into the lights are these right here. These little replacement CFL little bulbs. They say they're like 870 lumens. You get them at Home Depot for like $2 a piece, something like that. They're extremely cheap. Cost effective, I guess, is how you want to put them. But here are the contenders that we are going to be going with today. Also, we wanted to say that this is not going to be any kind of willy-nilly test that you guys can kind of judge just by what you see on the camera, which in some circumstances, you may not be able to see what's going on with the camera and the lighting source. It's just hard to pick up. So for that, we have this digital lux meter from Dr. Meter that we're going to be using today for some official testing purposes for all these lights. So our standard light, you guys see what we're kind of working with here in the garage, is those right there. Next ones I picked these up from Family Home and Garden, one of the local stores here. It would be something like you would pick up Tractor Supply, Home Depot. They're offered all over the place. This is by a company called Nebo. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but there is on the side of their light. These are rated at 6,000 lumens. They've got 3 LED output boards or 3 LED output fins. Each one of those, it looks like they're 4 wide by 6 long, so 24 little LED emitting diodes in each one of those platforms. So 6,000 lumens. They say they're working at 60 watts of power for these. And then for the top tier, at least that's what we're hoping and thinking, I've picked up these off of Amazon. This is from one of the higher brands called Zordon. These are supposedly rated at 10,000 lumens. They've got 5 fin blades and an LED set right there in the middle. Each one of these has 5 wide LEDs and looks like 5 that way. So we've got 25 little LED light emitting diodes from each one of these fin panels. So from what we're looking at, those should be the brightest and those should be all right, and these, we know they just suck. Price wise, what are you going to be looking at for these? We know that our standard ones here, the replacement, they're like $2 or $3 a piece. The Nebo ones that I picked up, they do have some aluminum fins to them, so they are pretty decent quality, I would say, to that effect. Lots of heat transitioning going on between those LEDs. These I picked up at Family Home and Garden for $29.95 per light. That's right, 30 bucks a light, so $30, $60, $90 in lights between these three. I'm hoping that these are really good. I understand that you pay a little bit more at the local home and garden store, but I'm hoping they do all right. These ones that I picked up off of Amazon, obviously you can know that Amazon, you're going to save some money on there because they've got a million things that they're selling. These I ended up picking up for $29.99 per pair. So that would be exactly half the price of these. So I got a fourth one as well for over in the other corner of the shop, but we've just got three in the main bay to be able to test here today. So $29.99 a piece, so roughly $15 a piece, half price. I'm hoping that we got something good out of these. So first off, we're going to be testing what is exactly in the ceiling. We're going to close the garage doors, and we're going to get out our meter and test exactly the lumen output. So I'm going to be doing the testing from a couple of different places here in the garage. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an echo talking to the camera, but this is how we're going to be able to work with it. As you can see right now, the light is actually directly above the camera, so we've got a little bit of light on my face. These are the standard ones, the 870-ish lumens a piece, and we're going to be testing it right at the light, and then we're going to test it roughly a foot or so from the garage door. That's going to be one of the farthest points at which we're kind of getting away from this light source. Now I know we've got the other two down along that direction in the garage, but we're going to be testing these at the exact same points for all the lights. So first off, we'll get a look down the little area here to see how bright the garage is just from this aspect, and then we'll get you guys some lumen readings. All right, we're going to test this very first one here, and we are going to test it right under the light source. So we can see right here, get it for you. You get a look at the meter. And you can see it's saying we are pretty much at 100 lumens. This is me testing it at exactly this height, directly beneath the light at my eye level. So I am facing the little iris directly at the light to try to get the beam directly at it. So we're roughly at 100 lumens-ish right here at this spot right below the light. So now we're going to go back a couple of feet and check it by the door. All right, so now we're leaning against the door and keeping away from any other light sources, and I am facing the beam right at my eye level back towards the light source. So we are sitting right at 13.8, roughly right around there, 13 to 14 lumens. And this is, I would say this is approximately 10 feet away from the light source. So 10 feet away from the light source, we have diminished tenfold. That is horrendous. That's why it's so dark out here. So pretty dim, pretty crappy, but we kind of expected that out of these crappy ones. So let's get some new ones swapped in and get some new readings. All right, get these done. Oh, you guys wanted to see me touch a hot light bulb, didn't you? I'm not gonna do that. Not today. Alexa, turn off the garage lights. Okay. Just like so. Ow, ouch. Still hot. Ow. I'm doing this for you guys. It's still painful. Piece of crap. Alexa, turn on the garage lights. Okay. Also, not the smartest thing to do.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Stupid is stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
Yep. I might learn my lesson one of these days. All right. I'm going to go get the other ones changed out, and we'll do our testing. Now, would you just look at that light difference? Would you just look at it? It's fantastic. It really is fantastic, guys. The light output in here is absolutely night and day, 100 times different. One, not only because of the lumen output on these lights, but also because of the hue of the actual lights. Now these lights, they're going to be rated at about a 6,000 hue, or on the hertz level, so it's going to be more of a blue/white light, more than the yellow dim light that was the last bulbs that we tried out. So let's get some lumen counts for this one, both right underneath the light and back at the door. Oh, also I wanted to point out to you guys that these ones, like you guys saw when I was pointing them out in the close range, that they had the fins, and the fins are actually able to change direction, which is a really cool little nifty bit for these lights, because you can make sure that they're actually placed exactly where you need them to go. Now, for testing purposes, I made sure that these were all put at the exact same level. Level would be 0. I put them all up at roughly a 20-degree upturn on each one of these blades across all 3 of the lights. So we're going to test it out right below the light and 10 feet back. All right, so we're right underneath the light, and we'll get a quick reading here. We're at eye level, moving this thing right underneath the light source. And I think we have just about maxed out the meter, because it's showing 2,000 lumens at that spot right there. Just right at 2,000 lumens. Let me see if I can change the range on this one. No, that changes between the power range times 10. So this would be times 10, it says right there. So that's right at eye level. So we're just above 2,000 lumens. Just above 2,000 lumens on this source right below the light source. So let's hop back 10 feet now. All right, now we're back here against the garage door, and we are going to face it right over. Well, let's put our range back at standard. So our light source right here at my eye level looks to be 113, 114-ish lumens. This is from 10 feet away, facing back towards the light. Make sure my hand's not getting in the way at all. 120 max, which is, right here, 118. So we're right about 115, 120 lumens, right around there at 10 feet away from the light source. So obviously we're doing really good. We are 10 times the amount what we were on the standard bulbs that we had from Home Depot. So great there. I don't know if we can do much better with the other ones, if it's really going to make a difference. We're going from 6,000 to 10,000 lumens, but hey, let's try it. We're going to swap these ones out. Now, I just wanted to show this difference. I know I don't have all of them up, but I did swap out the one over here for the new Zordon one. Now you can see the difference in the hue. This is the hertz range of the light. This one is going to be running roughly between 6,500 and 7,000 hertz. That gives it even more of a slightly blue-white color than the 6,000 lumen or also 6,000 hertz Nebo light that we have going right here. So a little bit of a difference, and you guys can see the difference in pattern. 3 of those blades pointing out as compared to 5 going out at roughly the same angle. I'm going to be putting these at that same roughly 20-25 degree angle as well. So we'll get all these put up and we'll check out what we're reading. Now for a quick break from the Rustbelt Ranch. Obviously it's the second channel that I started up, and wow, look at the sunset going down behind the trees. That's an absolutely amazing sight. Looking down the hill over the whole property, the pond down there, the big shop that we're going to be putting up and working on. If you guys haven't checked out my second channel, go ahead and check that one out over at the Rustbelt Ranch. not to be pointing on, you know, the wow, look at that sunset of Texas from Demolition Ranch or anything, but Ohio sunsets aren't that bad either, I'd have to say. And for round number 3 of lighting, there is the garage with all these Zord lighting already up. The Zordon lighting, obviously, as we showed you guys, is just a little bit of a hue brighter than the Nebo lighting. So now we're going to get some readings from right underneath this one, and obviously we're going to get a little bit different reading because, like I said, the Zordon light has the 5 fins on the outside, but it also has the 1 on the inner portion as well, hopefully helping it out facing straight down as well as out from the 5 other fins. Let's check it out. All right, here we are right below the light here at eye level. And you guys can see we're right at about 1,050 lumens. A bit less than what we were with the Nebo ones. Now we're also looking out at different angles. I'm kind of moving it back and forth at my eye level just to kind of see what kind of spots we're at here. You know, we're just right around 1,000 lumens anyways, right here just below the point. So a little bit less, actually quite a bit less right underneath from where we were at. But let's back up 10 feet and see what it's at. All right, so now we are back 10 feet from that source and facing it directly right at where we were at. Wow, I'm kind of shocked by that one. We're at 50-ish, 50 to 58, 60, right in that area. Where before, we were up just over 100 with the Nebo lights. Now that's kind of crazy, a little bit different. These ones, they were saying that they were rating at 10,000 lumens, 6,500 to 7,500 hertz. So they look a little bit brighter. The brightness is going to be off of the hue of the light bulb. But as far as actual lumen output, we're looking at to be a little bit less. You know, about 40% less than what we were with the Nebo lights. That is quite interesting. Well, there you guys have it. Results do not lie, and you guys have seen the numbers come in from the testing between the 3 different lights. We had the Zordon, we had the Nebo, and we had your fluorescent spinny dangly lights from Home Depot. So which one is going to be right for you? That is going to be based off of a lot of what kind of price point you're looking at. Are you going to be looking at just getting enough light to get out of your car, get into the house, and be done, and that's it? For that one, yeah, your $2, $3 light bulb is going to be awesome. But for what I do and stuff around here in the garage and the house, I need some more light. So we've got $3. Now, which one is going to be right for you to upgrade to the LED light source? Are you going to go with the Nebo for $30 a piece, or are you going to go with the Zordon brand, which I bought off of Amazon? Those are going to be $30 for a pair of lights. Also going to have to look at where you're going to be placing them. Obviously, those are going to have lots more light fanning out in 5 different directions as well as down below. But obviously, lumen count is going to make a big difference there for you as well. So lots for you to think about. Hopefully, this was able to give you guys enough information to make an educated guess or just how to spend your money on your own. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. We've got a lot more information coming your way, especially in the way of LEDs, not for here, but for the shop down the hill. We've got a great company that we're going to be working with that's going to be upfitting the entire shop with all brand new LED lights, which it desperately needs because it is just full of the old gymnasium style lighting. You can turn it on, it just it sounds absolutely horrible, and you can just hear the electricity flowing out of my wallet out into no man's land. So stay tuned for that one. Make sure you turn on the bell notification so you get notified when I come out with cool, awesome content just like this one here today. Thanks, and as always, you guys stay awesome. these lights make my cheeks look fat? Or did the other lights make them look better? I can't tell. Now, which one is going to be right for you? The honeycomb, dangly, changly, bow bangly, spangly, I can't think of any more glee things that, other than ugly, that you would think about using this bulb for. Oh, I hate the English language.